Hey guys, welcome back. We are very excited about the episode today. We have South African powerhouse Danél Louw on the podcast. Danél and our doubles partner Vicky McIntosh have already qualified for the World Champs with some super impressive racing. They are for sure one of the strongest pairings in the women's field right now. But it's not just doubles. We really need to talk about the solo 59:29 in Istanbul, sub 60. Such an awesome race, and luckily we were there to watch the last bit of it and those wall balls. As if that wasn't enough, you're an Adidas athlete, fresh back off the camp where they've just launched their new shoe. So I think this is a really super awesome time to get you on the podcast because I feel like there's so much to cover. We're going to struggle to do it in 60 minutes probably, but let's give it a blast. Thanks for
Yeah,
joining us.
yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm excited to speak to you guys.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. I mean, Faye's kind of summed it all up very briefly there in a little intro, but maybe we could kind of rewind a little bit for, I mean, most people probably have heard your name now, especially seeing you racing in the Elite 15 doubles. But if we go back before that, how did kind of you throw yourself into Hyrox and also end up in the pairing with Vic and start taking on those doubles races?
Well, I think like I've always loved racing and competing. I did track when I was a bit younger and a few like road races. So I stopped for a few years and then I started to train for track again. And then I heard about Hyrox and there was a few people in the gym that said like, oh, this is a cool sport coming to South Africa. You'll probably do well in it because you have a good base. And I was like, let's get it a go. So my first win was September 2024. And I think from the start I was like, okay, so there is this Elite 15. So if I want to do the sport, I probably want to be in it. So that was the goal from the beginning. So I'm so glad that I had the opportunity like to start off like in my first year, like to be in the elite and so on. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
mate.
quite cool. Like to say you want to, like to say it out loud and say that's what you want to do straight away. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool to go out and say it because a lot of people go, oh, I don't know, I'll just go and see how it goes. But to just like commit and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go straight in for the Elite 15 is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
of course. And then obviously, I think Vicky, like, I've seen her, like, she's a very good athlete. She was the first one in South Africa that actually, like, did high rocks. So I watched her in, like, her first race, and I was like, I think she's a good competitor. And then before Joburg, when we heard, like, there will be, like, doubles elite, it's like, you only need one race to qualify. We was like, let's go for it. So we just like went from the get go like this is the goal, let's do it. Like I think we have very good like strengths and weaknesses that complement each other, so it's like we work well as a team. And I think with her background being in a team, it's so good, like you know how to work in a team. So I think I also did a bit of like team sports, so I think I'm adaptable like in a team. So if it's like individual, it's like you, but if it's for the team, it's only the team. Like you will like die for the team. So that's your mindset. Not necessarily die, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And what distance track were you doing? What was kind of your race there?
So so 800 was like the major event that I did. I did a bit of 400 as well, but I would say like my special, what do you call it? Like I was specializing in 800. And in university, I did a bit of cross country. So that was like 10K, 5Ks. And later I started to do like road 10Ks. And then last year I did a few 21s. Before that, I only did like two. But it was fun.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I guess the crossover really worked well for you, like going from
I hope
track and
so.
road. Yeah, yeah.
It
Like,
looks like it's worked all right.
It's
I
good
mean,
to know.
yeah, your running splits. I mean, I know I'm jumping now from when you did your Istanbul solo 59. You were running like rapid, like 3:30, 3:20.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I love
like
running. Like
it's actually
it's pretty
insane.
fun.
Yeah, to do that. I mean, like when we put it in perspective, because like we ran doubles on the same day, and we're like, God, you just smoked us on your own. It's crazy when you think about that. Like, when you put it into perspective, you've just done the same exact race and your running is just, it's insane.
Well, thank you. Like, I must say, like, sometimes it's fun for me if the double starts before me. I'm like, the challenge is to try and like catch fun of some of them. So it's pretty fun.
And I think, at the same time, our challenge, because we got there with Jade Skillen and we were like, we just need to finish before you guys. Like, it'll be like,
exactly.
we cannot let any of you overtake us. So we were doing the opposite.
So it goes both ways. It helps both of us. So it's good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we jumped a little bit to the solo, but if we quickly just go back to the double, you said you and Vic are like a good kind of partnership, but working as a team. You've qualified for world champs already and had an incredible race in Melbourne, was it? It was Melbourne that you came.
Yeah.
Or have you come third both times?
Yeah,
You'll remember me better than me,
so
sorry.
Second, I was like, no ways. But third is at least still podium, but we were hoping for getting a better position. But yeah, it was good. It was a nice race.
Which one was that, sorry?
In Phoenix.
In Phoenix, right.
Yeah, because you took it on in Phoenix. You girls just like you were sitting second in like quite a bit. And then did you move to first in some of the race?
No, not we moved like we were jumping between like second and third. But
yeah, you were like right up, yeah.
So and it was just the sandbag. Like the thing is, like I dropped the sandbag, and then the other team came. They dropped their sandbag. It fell on ours. Then both fell down. So we had to go back and put them on. So I'm like, no ways. So, but I mean, next time.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, from I guess your first races together to like now as a spectator watching from the outside, it looks like every time you're just like improving and getting faster and faster, and like you're really in it to win it, and like one of the teams at the very top. How do you think that's kind of evolved like over time, and how do you feel when you're in the race?
Well, I think like the first one, the goal was like to qualify for E15. The second one was to qualify for Worlds, and the third one was just like we have no pressure. Like obviously we want to go as fast as we can, but we don't have anything to lose. So then it's just like testing, see what works, figuring it out to be like the best team for Worlds that we can be. So I think we kind of just like had fun in Phoenix. Like that was so much fun, and you could actually like race without pressure. So I think that was the thing. And yeah, I think like the experience, like racing together, like doing a few sessions together, like that really helps you to like get to know each other. Like, so yeah, I think we really work well as a team. Like if Vicky sees I'm tired, she's like, okay, takes over, and the same like goes both ways. Like if I see like, okay, the kettlebell, the farmer's carry was hard for her, like then I'll do a bit more extra lunges, or like if she sees my legs can't do wobbles, then she just takes over. So I think we communicate very well on the race.
That's so cool. And do you guys live close? I don't know.
Yes, I mean she lives in Cape Town, I live in Paarl, so it's like 45-minute drive. So we do like try to do sessions together. Like with me traveling a bit the past few weeks, like it was hard to get together, but we try to prioritize that.
And do you think it helps you a lot, you guys being able to train together? Do you think that's helped
yes,
you?
I think like just like the transitions, it's good like to get used to like giving over the sandbag, like transition in the ski and even the farmer's carry, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys have looked so strong, and we were watching Melbourne, and we were like, oh, I think the South African girls are going to come in and take this, and you just got stronger and stronger through the race, and then I think then by the time you got to Phoenix, everyone was like, what can you girls do? Because you're right.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean,
are you gonna race Warsaw?
Well, hopefully, let's see. I think if I'm in for the solo, we'll probably do doubles. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's the plan.
So
We'll just see like how it goes.
yeah, no, that's just a purely like selfish
Yes.
like question because you're getting better and better. It's cool to watch and see how you
Yeah,
go. And
no,
like you
I
said,
mean, I feel like if you have an invite to a major, like you should go. For us, it's like it's sometimes far, and you have to like prioritize like which races you will do with traveling costs and everything. So that's why we will sometimes choose. But if we can go, we'll definitely go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then we can talk about the solo. The Istanbul race was yeah, amazing. You've joined the sub 60 club. So
Finally, that was the goal.
maybe you could just talk through like that race, how you were feeling and if you knew you had it in you to go sub 60.
Well, I think the goal was definitely to go sub 60. Like literally from the beginning of hearing what Hyrox, I was like, I want to go sub 60. I mean, it's still far from the world record. I mean, I still like in perspective, I have like 4 seconds that I still have to improve on. So I mean 4 minutes. So I'm like, it's good, but it's not so great. But I mean the benchmark is like to break 60 and then you can go further. So yeah, I'm super happy for that. I think like in Phoenix I was like, oh, this is the goal, like 2026, like it's the year to break 60. So unfortunately, yeah, I didn't do it in Phoenix, but like Istanbul, I was like, this is my last chance, like to qualify for regionals. If I don't have a good enough time, I won't be in regionals, and like it escalates to Warsaw because there's no other races. So it was just like I had to put it all out there. Unfortunately, I did get a penalty on my sled pull. I mean, she said like I went over the line. I don't know, but I mean it is what it is. But I have to say like it was kind of motivating me because I knew like I have to make up 15 seconds. So it was actually like when I ran, I was like, I have to run faster because I have to make up like 5 seconds on each run. So it was pretty like motivating. And on my lunges, like I actually like paused my watch by mistake. So I had no idea like where I was. So I was just like had to go and someone was shouting in the crowd like, let's go, you still like under sub 60 and I was just like going. So yeah, it was so fun. Like I didn't feel like that tired. Like sometimes if you run slower or do a race slower, you actually feel more tired. Like in Joburg, it was high altitude, and I literally did like a 109, and I was so much more like tired than I was here. So I'm like, it was a great race, like from the start.
Yeah. And it was a stacked field as well. There was a lot of girls like going to race. Did you kind of use that to your advantage and like thrive off it, or did you feel that pressure going into the race being in such like a stacked start tunnel?
Well, I mean, it was a stack field, but I felt like if we could beat them in doubles, I could probably beat them in solo. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
it's
fair,
not
yeah.
the best like I think mindset, but it probably is because I was like, it's big competition, but like if I can do it in doubles, I can do it in solo as well. It's only like 40% more of the work. So yeah, I think I was just like, I need this win, so I have to go for it. Like, there's no other option. And I feel like I don't like to lose. So if I'm like in front, I like to like stick there if I can. So it motivates me to be in front.
Okay, yeah,
Awesome.
no, interesting. But
Do
so
you prefer to be in front or do you prefer to
I
chase somebody?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to like catch someone. Obviously, like in the solo elite field, it's at this stage it's so like somehow impossible, but we'll get there. But yeah, I do prefer it to
yeah.
like um try to like outrun the people so that they can't catch me. Like it's like a little challenge. You're like, okay, I just need to stay here. So it motivates me. Like I feel like if there's someone in front of me, it's sometimes hard to like keep myself motivated to like catch them. So it's much better for me just like to go hard and see if I can sustain it.
Fair. And then you said like you accidentally kind of paused your watch on the lunges. Were you, I find this interesting, like, because some people use their watch and kind of try and track the race or time the race or see how they're doing. And some people just totally ignore it and like run their race. Is it normal that you will kind of check in to see how you're going, or was it just because you were specifically on this sub 60 goal?
Well, yeah, I think it was actually the best thing that could happen because usually if I'm like close to the wobbles and I see that and I don't have a lot of time, I'm like looking at my watch and the time is just like going on faster, not necessarily, but it feels like it. Where this time I had no idea, like I couldn't check because it was wrong. I actually just use my watch to like see if I'm under 30 halfway. But like at the end of the race, I tend to like see if I'm still on track. But I think like for the next race, I'll probably just like pause it like to actually not see. But yeah,
Pause it on
it
purpose.
depends. Exactly.
And what's your strength in the Hyrox on the, I mean, I know the running, if we take the running out of it, is it the front end of the race, the back end of the race? Do you have a certain station that you're like, this is where I'd make my
yeah,
move?
I would say more on the back. I think like my lunges is probably my best station, and I think my sled pull is becoming a strength. Like at the beginning, my sled pull was the worst, one of my worst stations. So I really worked hard on it, and now it's actually fun. So that's, I guess, my second best. But I do think I'm a bit better in the second half, except for wobbles. We're working on them. So probably like middle parts. Burpees is my worst. I think I'm tall, so the ground is so far. But we're working on it. So I think I can, it's so fun to like see that I'm improving like in different like stations. Like I think when I started for Hyrox, I was just like outrunning the people, not necessarily performing in the stations, whereas now I can be competitive in stations as well as the running. So it's good. And I feel like I still have so much room for improvement. So, I mean, there's still a lot of skills that I can be better in. So it makes me excited that I'm not like on the edge where I can't really improve something to improve my time. Like there's so much work that I still need to do.
Yeah, that is exciting.
And have you been focusing on the solo and like with your training, or do you kind of train specifically some sessions for doubles, or how does it kind of work? And you obviously mentioned you wanted to qualify for the regional, so you're going for the elite solo as well. So how do you kind of like split it all up?
So I think for me, like I love racing. So like the more races I have in a weekend, the better the event is for me. So I feel like the one is like only you, where the doubles it's like a team. So it's like two different races. So I think training for me, like the doubles training really helps me because I tend to like, I don't like threshold training so much. So where doubles training forces me to go into that like zone. So I think like the doubles benefits you for the solo, like in my case. So I don't think like we do like specific double sessions, but it's not like completely different. Like I feel you still need like that endurance base for doubles and solo, where you will use it a bit more in your solo, whereas like that fast like transitions and a bit higher heart rate, you'll use it more in the doubles, but it's beneficial for solo. So I feel like at this stage, like both, it's actually a very good combo for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And what does a typical training week look like for you, Danél? Like what do you train every day? Do you train double sessions? a day? What would a
Yeah, like
typical week
it
look like?
it depends. Like usually like Monday will be like an interval session, like running, and then a high rocks strength session. Then Tuesdays and Thursday would usually be like some erg work, like zone two, just like the boring stuff, like um going like from the erg to the skier to the bike, just a bit of a longer session. Wednesdays is usually also like a high rocks strength, just like a combination one. On a Saturday, I will usually like either have like a long run or I will do a like simulation, so a bit longer. So like sometimes it will be like both. So I'll have a long run and then I'll have to do a high rock simulation. So it's like 2 hours like straight, just like going into the next one. This weekend I was flying, so yesterday I did my long run a bit longer. So it was just like 2 hours, very like low heart rate, not too much like tension. So it depends. Like whereas like in December I did a lot of strength training. So it's like kind of like if you're off season, you work more on your weaknesses, and then as you go into the like season, it's more like making your body used to like the specific station. So it will be more um like station specific, like you'll still do strength, but it will be with kettlebells or with the sandbag, for example.
Yeah, that makes sense. And do you enjoy the long run now because you used to run like shorter distances? Do
Yes,
you enjoy a long run?
I enjoy like long runs. Like it's pretty fun just to like I love an open road. So it's if you can't see like the end of it. So it's fun, it's pretty relaxing. I don't like the bike so much, but I have to do it. Like it's very beneficial. So I'll definitely run then bike, but I mean it's much more like lower impact. So you have to do it.
Yeah, no, fair. And do you feel like your running's improved doing high rocks, like getting stronger, or are your running
Yeah.
splits still similar to what you used to be when you were just a
No,
runner?
I definitely feel like I run stronger because I'm a bit stronger. I think
That's
like
interesting.
that was like the first benefit because at the beginning I was like kind of I was training for Hyros, but I was still like doing some road races, and I actually got like easy PBs just because I was stronger, not necessarily why I was because I was running more. I was actually doing more strength than running. So I really feel like the muscle you use for running needs to be strong. Like you don't always like think about that, but I mean your quads, your hammies, glutes, like they need to be strong to do the movement. So I think it's very beneficial.
Yeah, yeah, crossover. Well, no, it's very interesting. Like, um, and the goal now, like, is for the solos, like because you've obviously done
Mm,
got the Elite 15 qualification for the doubles, and
mm.
if for you, is it to be in the Elite solo, or are you trying to qualify for Worlds for the solo?
Well, yes, I mean, if I have regionals in London,
Yeah,
21st, so I think like there's only one spot. So it's obviously I'll try to go for it, but it's like a lot of competition. So you don't necessarily know. But if I can get a well enough time to just like stay in the solo for Warsaw, it would be great. So yeah, I think it would be ideal to qualify for the solo as well. So I
yeah,
would love to do both and
yeah.
relay.
And yeah, and the relay, yeah, definitely. And how do you deal with like the pressure, like your mindset? Like you kind of been thrown into the elite side with the doubles, being on the big stage, it gets live streamed, and then now with regionals coming up, it's also another kind of big race. Like, how do you deal with that pressure and knowing that there's only one spot, or knowing that you're racing for a qualification spot and there's only three spots at some of the majors? How do you deal with all of that?
Well, I feel like it's actually exciting for me. Like the pressure is good. Like I feel like if there's more like on the line, it's more exciting. Whereas like if it's just a normal race, like a pro or a solo, like there's points, but there's not too much on the line. Like you can just have another race. Whereas like regionals, there's only one, and Warsaw, like that's the last qualifier. Like if you're not in, then you have to wait for next season. So I feel like that pressure like fuels me. Obviously, like on the day, it's like you don't know, but like building up, it's like more exciting that it actually like gets me down.
Yeah.
It's a cool way to look at it, isn't it? You either like thrive on the pressure or
Yeah,
you
I
don't.
mean, like just a bit of perspective, like for Istanbul, I had to wait for my visa for Europe, so I don't know like if I'm able to race, and I also had to like apply for a visa for Istanbul. So I got my visa for Europe the Wednesday, and I booked my ticket. I flew the Wednesday evening, and I arrived like on Thursday, and I raced like on Friday. So I feel like sometimes that's the best thing, like kind of the same thing, not the different like the same circumstances, but in Cape Town, like I forgot my timing chip and I had like 3 minutes to go and get it. And I did like my PV. So it's kind of like the pressure helps me. Like it's like an adrenaline high. So yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Like pressure helps, but also there's always this kind of like situation to deal with before that probably takes your mind off it, and then you just get
Exactly. Like
start.
it's kind of an adventure. Like I feel like if everything is just like planned and structured,
Yeah,
you have a lot of time to think about it. So whereas like if it's just the get go, you
chaotic.
have to think about something. It's like you can just go.
And that was going to be my next question. Actually, it was going to be like your prep for a race, and when you're going to London, for example, do you go ahead of time to have a bit more time to get ready? I mean, you've kind of
Yeah,
answered
yeah.
that with Istanbul, but
Obviously,
maybe that was a
it's
one-off.
I prefer to go like 3 4 days before, just like you don't know if you have a good flight, you don't know if there's a delay, so it's like you don't know if you will be able to sleep, how's the seat and everything. So it's just better to um give yourself the best chance to perform at the race. So yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of time is nice.
A little bit of time, yes.
Yeah. And then
Definitely.
I was gonna, can we go back to that? You said that about the Johannesburg race, and I've heard a few people talk about it, and the altitude. Did you really feel the difference in the altitude racing there? Like
Well,
that's crazy.
yes, but I do feel like for me it was more the heat. Like it was a
Okay.
combination, like it was so hot in the venue. So at the sandbag lunges, I was just like, can I go forward? And then luckily like I turned and there was a door, so there was a bit more like ventilation. So yes, I think the altitude plays a role, but I think like the heat in the altitude, like that was the like major factor. Like if it's hot and you don't have oxygen, like it's much more like worse than not only having less oxygen.
Yeah, 100%. And then did the heat in Phoenix affect you? Well, I mean, it didn't look like it affected you guys, but a lot of people talked about how hot it was.
No, well, I mean, I live in a pretty hot city, well,
Yeah.
town. So I don't, heat in itself is okay. It's just like if it's a combo with low oxygen.
Yeah,
So
fair.
no, I mean, like Phoenix was fine. Especially like for the elite race, they really regulated the temperature so well. So it was quite cool. I don't know if the some of the solo races was a bit like more in the heat. Our race was pretty late, so it didn't really affect us.
Oh,
But
yeah, fair.
I
And
think if you're not used to heat, it will probably affect you.
yeah, because it's such a good point, and like we were living out in Dubai for the last year, and you don't realize how much you do get acclimatized to that heat. Do you think
Mm.
that's helped you and Vicky like quite a bit being out training and living in the heat? Do you think it's an
I
advantage when
I
racing
I
Hyrox?
think so, but I feel like we kind of spoiled, like because we're doing hybrid, like sometimes you prefer to train inside. So it's like,
Okay.
it's hot outside. I'll just like run on the runner. So I mean, you can use that benefit, but at this stage, like it's just nice to train inside. But it will help you.
Yeah, I mean, fair. It is fair though, because like training out in the sun, it takes that more out of your body as well, does it? You know, sometimes you're trying to do an easy run, and it's not so easy when it's in that like conditions. So,
Yes, of course. Like, I mean, when I was a student, I studied in Potchefstroom and it was pretty hot. But like some of our track races would usually be like at 1, and I would specifically go run for like an hour in the heat at 12 just to get used to that, like doing a bit of heat training. So it really helped. But at this stage, I'm not really using it. But yeah, it's good. I should.
Brutal midday races. That's so harsh.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But I mean you do like it's much shorter. I mean, it's just over 2 minutes, so it's not so like you won't do like they will usually have the longer races early in the morning. It's just like some of the shorter races. But I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's still painful, like running an 800, like
In the heat, yeah,
I
of
don't think you need the
course.
heat as well, do you? Like, it's such a painful race. Do you miss racing? Do you still race that? Would you still go to the track and do like a 400 or an 800 or anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, I still love track. Like I did this week I was in like at the Adidas track, and that was so much fun. Like I love doing track. So if I can, like I will do my threshold like runs on the track. So I feel like it's so beneficial to do speed work. So yeah, I mean I will always love the track. Unfortunately, I'm just not good enough to be a track athlete. So but it's still fun.
Hey, track's loss is Hyrox's gain, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still fun.
and could you talk to us a little bit about the Adidas training that the like camp you've just been on, and
Mm.
being an Adidas athlete, and how that's all been for you?
Well, I mean, so we obviously were at the campus like headquarters, and we stayed at the Hybrid Hotel, and it was just amazing to be there with like other athletes. Like some of the athletes, like I watch a bit of CrossFit in like a few years ago, and obviously still do. But I mean, Laura was like one of my favorite athletes, and just like having dinner with her was pretty cool, and like seeing this athletes and like how they train, how they perform. It's like so cool to be like part of it. Um, and just like to test the new products, like having the new shoe, like it's great, like the grip and everything. And like just like the brand, like one of their slogans is like all for the athlete. And like you could really feel that, like you felt so valued, and like my love for the brand like just grew so much during the like week, like what they do for their athletes. Like it's so amazing to be part of it. Like I really went to like I told my husband like I literally just went to wear more stripes because I'm so proud to like represent the brand. And yeah, we had some cool testing, and I can really like use the results like in my training. So I'm excited to use that. But yeah, just in general, like so cool.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. It like the lineup of athletes that were there. I mean, it was huge, wasn't it? Like from CrossFit to Hyrox to, was it just CrossFit and Hyrox athletes that were there, or was there
Yeah,
further?
like it was like hybrid. So
Okay.
the new, I think is it Apex or the new, there's like a new sport that it's kind of like a combination between um powerlifting and a bit of like cardio. I think
Okay.
like yeah, and then obviously like fitness race, the World Fitness Project, but I mean it's still CrossFit, so yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And did you like get to train together? So like did you like the Hyrox guys like train with the CrossFit guys, or were they just like lifting and hate and running, or were you guys like
Yeah, I mean we had like free time where we could like train together. So there was like a few sessions we decided like, oh, we're gonna do this and this workout like together. And we obviously had the little sprint. But
yeah.
like most of the week it was more like testing some products or like giving feedback. We didn't have necessarily like structured training together. It was more on your own.
I mean, great opportunity to like just be able to talk to different athletes and see what they do, how they train, what they eat, what they think.
I mean, we had very good catering teams, so you can just like go all out, so you don't really have to think about what you want. Or so now like we still have to get used to being back home and like cooking for yourself. And it's like, okay, so I had this now, like now my food is like done, can I have something more please? You still have to get used to that, but it was so much fun, so
Yeah, so cool. And how were the shoes? Like how did you because they're not for sale yet. I don't know if they
I think they will be out like I think 18th of March, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, not long.
Not long.
How did you find them and testing them out? And are they going to be your new favorite race shoes?
Well, I think so. Like I feel like their grip is much better than the Pro 4s. I do love the Pro 4, so it's just like one of my favorite shoes. But the grip is much better, so I felt like it was definitely more stable. And even like on my burpees, sometimes I tend to like land with my feet apart just because of stability, whereas now I can really like feel it's actually like a bit more stable. So I think the major thing was more the grip. So I think it's sorted now. So I'm excited to like train in the shoe, and I feel like you have to get used to it because it's like a bit, I mean, it's a totally different shoe. It's not a new version of like the Pro 4. It's like a different one, like the stability, like it's different, like it's a bit broad on the back, and the what do you call it, like the grip under, like it's a bit like bigger surface that's covering, so you need to like train in it, but stability wise it's much better. Someone asked me like on my wall balls on the sprint, she's like, it doesn't look stable on your wall balls. I was like, it was just my quads that was fried. Like the shoes is fine. It's just my quads. Like, so my quads was a bit sore from like the previous day. So I think on the content it might look a bit unstable, but it was really stable.
That's so funny. But it's got quite a high like drop, hasn't it? Like is that 12 mil or something? It is like quite high.
It is high. Like for me, it's something that I need to get used to. But I feel like because I am more like a front foot runner, so at the beginning, like I had to get used to not like falling forward on my burpees. But like most people are mid foot strike. So for you, that will be so beneficial because you are like, it's gonna help you to actually propel yourself forward. So you will use like less effort to actually get your heel up, which is great. But like for in the testing, it was so much better. Like I just had to do like 3-4 jumps with it just to like get used to it.
Yeah, I mean I love it because I like high
exactly.
So I was like, there's no way I can wear them. Yeah, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, happy days. That is cool. Exactly. But it is quite high even for somebody that likes quite a high drop. But do you think it helps with the running as well? Does it compromise anywhere on the running compared to like?
Well, it has definitely a more like bounce effect. Like it's very reactive. So it's pretty cool. Like you can feel the difference. Like if I compare, because I used to like do my races in the Bostons and they're not so reactive, so they are much more reactive, so you can run faster, I hope so.
yeah it's cool now seeing the evolution of like Puma, now Adidas bringing out like a shoe specific to the sport because it is a very different sport to, I mean, I know everyone wants the fast, you need to run fast, so you want to run fast, but you also need the stability, don't you? So trying to find a compromise there is quite exciting.
Yeah, because I feel like for me, like I love the Pro Fours. The only reason I didn't use them in my races, like it was just for the grip because
Mm.
I kind of like slipped on my sled push because I'm so much on my toes. Whereas other athletes, they have no problem with it. So for me, it was only like the grip. Um, whereas this one has much better grip. So the stability for me wasn't necessarily a problem in the Pro 4 or the Bostons, but the grip was the major factor. So I'm very excited to have a better grip.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's cool. It's really cool. And you kind of have mentioned probably a few times that the wall balls aren't your favorite area. I think a lot of people can probably relate listening to this, and everyone kind of, yeah. I feel like it's either a love or a hate. Like some people love
Yeah.
them, and then a lot of people get to them and think, "Oh God, is there anything like that you're doing to try and improve it, like so specifically maybe that you could give any tips to anyone listening if they're like, can you please help me, I also hate the wall balls?
Yeah, well, I mean, in Istanbul, I technically did them unbroken. It was only like 75. Did like a half wobble, and then I went on just like it's in that moment. So your legs is kind of like, are we really gonna go on? And you're like, yes, we are. So I feel like it's definitely becoming like much better. I think it's just volume. Like you just have to spend time like, and I think like mindset, like if you kind of want to look forward to it, like you just want to change your mind, like it is what it is, you will do 100. If you can do 80 meters of burpee board runs or like 100 meters of sandbag lunges, it's pretty much the same, it's just reps and not meters. So if you can just like change your mindset around that, it will definitely help. And then yeah, just volume. I feel like I'm a bit taller, so it's like you have to go very far down because your legs is just longer. So I think that's one of the main reasons that it's like a bit more of a challenge when you're shorter, like your range of motion is a bit shorter. But I think it's just volume. You just have to do it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
answer no one wanted.
Yeah, everyone's like, cheers for that. I don't want to do more wall balls.
Yeah.
But do you, I don't know how to word, like I as a taller athlete, like
Mm,
potentially your cadence can be a bit slower because it
mm,
takes kind of longer to go up and down. Does that like play in your mind? For example, like if you were running a solo race and you're kind of neck and neck with someone who you know is like really good at wall balls, would you then try and kind of get more of a lead so you
mm.
had more time?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think um in any of the stations, like if I feel like this is a weakness, I'll try to be there ahead of time so that I can start faster and just like get out of the station as fast as possible so that I can just be a bit ahead of my competitor. So yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So I'll like if I see it didn't happen before, but like if I see like we are two athletes like on the sandbag lunges and she's a bit faster than me on the wall balls, I'll try to like speed up, run a bit faster so that I can get ahead of her in the wall
Yeah.
balls. But I mean, like I'm tall, but like Johanna, she's very good in wall balls and she's also tall. So I mean, it doesn't have to be an excuse. You can be good in something if you're like tall or short. So it's
Mm.
just it's just
Yeah,
volume.
no, that's a good point. Like, yeah, Joe does them unbroken, and it's got pretty good cadence. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, pretty fast. Like for a taller athlete. No, it's interesting. Like, just like personally between like
Yes.
myself and Faye, like when we do a doubles, Faye does take more of the wall
Mm,
balls because it's like she can just do them so much quicker.
mm.
Like up and down, but probably makeup and strength and power.
Yeah,
It's just so when it's in a doubles, you can kind of like work that to your
exactly.
advantage. But as a solo, it's like it's all
You
down to
have to do
you.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So no, interesting.
And then I wanted to ask because I read it a while back, and I was talking to Cameron, who is a guy that runs the Deadly Dozen in
Yeah.
South Africa. But there was something out about South Africa supporting like a Hyrox team. Was it like the first like I don't know national program or something to support Hyrox athletes? Is that a thing, or have I just read that on the internet and
Well, yeah, I think the goal was to be like Apex. I think was that the name?
maybe it was, yeah, maybe it
Yeah. So
was.
I think the idea of it is like to try to like get a group, almost like with the Tour de France, like you have a big group of like athletes. They are a team. They still like individual athletes, but you can like kind of travel together, get group sponsors and everything. Like I think at this time the idea is still there, but we haven't like worked on it any like further. I think he's just a bit busy with like daily and everything. But I think the goal is to kind of get a like you're a team, you're still like a group of individual athletes with like different goals, but like kind of have the best athletes in the team so that you have a team support. So yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
how it plays out. But I think it's a very good idea. I think like it's good to have the best athletes like together. You can kind of like share different like let's say experiences and see how you experience everything. And like if you have a group, like it's sometimes better to like sponsor a group of people than just like an individual, and to get support for a group. So I think the ideas on that is kind of about, around that area. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like the concept of it, and I
Mm,
think like the whole aim was like to get more South African athletes like into the hybrid world, and like
yeah.
it's a cool concept
Mm.
to look at. And then the other thing I was gonna add to that was, are you a full-time athlete now, or do you work and
Well,
race?
the goal is to be a full-time athlete. I still work part-time. Um, but I would really try to like be a full-time athlete. You just have a bit more time for recovery. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, fair. And then leading on from that, what do you do to recover? Are
Yeah,
you into the whole like recovery boots, cold dips, things like that, or is it just more looking at the basics like sleep, eat well? Those kind of things.
I tend to I like to sleep. I feel like that's the best recovery for me. So I would prefer to get a, like a lot of hours of sleep. Um, I'm very bad on like at recovering like of my foam roller. I tend to just wave at it. It's like at home and I'm like, hi, and then I just like walk past it. But I should do it more. I enjoy to like use the recovery boots and like go to the physio quite often, just like to get a massage. Um, we don't actually have a sauna or an ice bath, so we I don't use that too often, but I did use it like at in Germany. Like I like the
Okay.
sauna. I don't know, cold. I feel like I did too much of it as a student, so I'm like kind of over it. That it's good for recovery. But yeah, I feel like if you eat well and like you don't overtrain, you will be recovered. So I think that's the thing. Like you have to train hard, but you can't overtrain. So I feel like if you just like if you find that balance of like not overtraining, your recovery will be good. So if you like overtrain, then your like recovery is also like going in a negative direction.
Mm,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, good point. And is there any like kind of fueling tips or supplements or anything specifically, even as a female athlete, that you try and like take or do around your training? Or are you just quite like simple, like you say, hydrate,
Yeah.
well, sleep?
I think I'm pretty simple. Like I must say, I'm kind of bad in taking supplements. Like I sometimes just forget to take creatine or whatever. So I don't think I have the best advice. But like I do try to like have a protein shake, take my creatine, like beta-alanine. I don't like it too much, but I think it is beneficial for you, and maybe like collagen. But yeah, I like natural food. So if I could, like, I will just have like protein, like in a steak or something, rather than a protein shake. That will just like be a supplement. Like if I have like lunch and I'm a bit hungry before dinner and I have a session, then I'll take a protein shake. But I won't necessarily just like take supplements, a protein shake just to like replace my meals. I like normal food, if that gives you the answer.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. Well, I'm the same, to be honest. If you can get it through your food, then that's like the best way.
Yes, for sure.
Top up. You can top up with other stuff, but
Exactly.
no, for sure. Well,
So like, yeah, I was gonna say just before you round up and ask the last question. So can we the next few races? So we've got London, and if that all goes to plan, say you get that top spot, would that be you to the world? Or if not, you might go to Warsaw, or you'll go to Warsaw as well. Any other races apart from that, or is it the next time we're going to see you then will be Stockholm?
Well, yeah, so it's regionals. I was going to do like the normal London race as well, but like the cutoff for Warsaw is the 26th, and my race would have been the 27th. So I'm like, I'm probably not going to do it. But I have Cape Town the 3rd to 5th of April, which is a pretty nice race. It's like it's local, and we might have another one in Joburg, also like before Warsaw. So it's only pro races, but I mean, I will race.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then I'm guessing, well, at least it might feel quite nice if you go and race in Johannesburg and then you go to Warsaw. It won't be as hot and as
Yes,
high.
of course. I mean, local races, it's like fun. You have like the support of everyone, like family, friends. So it's pretty nice to race local. I would love it, like if one of the majors could be in Cape Town. I love traveling, but it would be nice, like for the supporters to see us race. So yeah, I think
maybe. Do you think it will
yeah.
happen? I
I don't
could see
know,
like a South
maybe
African
in
one.
a few years. We'll see. Your Cape Town is a pretty nice location. I mean, you have the ocean. It's like the venue is so close to the beach, like you can literally see Table Mountain. So I think like for the international like athletes, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. You should sell it to the Mo and Christian.
Exactly. It should just like be the right season. I think if it's like summer this side and winter on the other side, it will be good. Because then we can have a lot of people coming.
Yeah, no, fair. I mean, I'd love like just personally to go and race out there. I think it would be cool. I think there's probably a lot of people that would like to visit Cape Town.
Exactly. And I mean, the altitude is great for racing. So let's see.
No, awesome, man. That sounds so good.
Yeah, I mean, I watched like Phoenix and Mexico was quite close. And I was like, oh, I can do 2 races. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to Mexico. Way too high.
Yeah, I mean, you do kind of, well, maybe before I like round up, you do kind of have to pick your races, and now coming into next season, it looks like you're gonna have to pick even more because there's five times for solo and then 3 times for or points. Sorry, I know it's not the new system. 3 for double. Yeah, how do you feel about that? You've said you obviously like to race, but trying to do the solo and the doubles, do you think that'll be tricky to fit all of those races in and I guess peak for them in a certain sense?
Well, I think I really like the new system because it's a bit more fair. Like, I mean, having an average over 5 races compared to 2 times, like, it's just like, I think you will really have the best athletes in the elite 15. It's not just like one good race. You have to be consistent over the season.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're racing all 4 majors and you only have like one other race, you already have 5 races. So I don't think it's super hard to get them. I think we will probably have like 3 or 4 local races as well. So it's not so hard to get it. Peaking wise, I think you will probably just like strategize. Like if you see like there's not a lot of other competitors, you'll just like do the race, not necessarily taper for it. See it as like a training race, whereas Worlds it's like it's a big opportunity, a big race. So you will taper more for that one, and I think majors as well.
Yeah.
So you'll just be smart in that.
Yeah.
And you guys, like you and Vicky are both South African, so you've done really well on the passport thing that's catching a lot of pairs out. It won't affect you girls.
I mean, cool. At the beginning, I really thought like you have to have a double partner that's in the same country as you. So from the get-go, I was just like, it makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, it does kind of make sense when you can train together and you live like your proximity is close, so you can actually work out like how you work.
If you like at Worlds, you kind of want to represent your country. So it makes sense if you're the same country. Like, I mean, a relay team, it won't make sense if it's just like 4 different countries.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, that's cool. It's going to shake things up next year for sure. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, on that note then, I think we probably have covered everything. So I will round up by asking you, what message or advice would you give to your younger self or the next generation of girls coming up?
Well, I would say like always like follow your dreams and never give up. I think I've always had this dream like that I wanted to be an athlete, like literally since I was a 7-year-old girl. And I think like someone else's dream can be different. Like maybe you want to be a doctor, maybe you want to be a model, but I feel like never give up. Like I think if you can endure like through that journey, like you will get it. And I think like also enjoy the process. Like sometimes you get a good race, like sometimes you get a good result, but like enjoy the process. Like it's not all about the race you win or like what you reach, but like what you learn from the journey.
So very good answer. I like that.
People you meet along the way and stuff like that as well, isn't it?
Exactly. So. Like we have a world full of opportunities, and I think you should use that every day. Like if you're healthy, if you are able to do something, like you should.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I love that. Well, thank you so much for your time. Where can people follow the rest of your journey, see how you get on in London, and watch you and Vic at World Champs, and maybe you doing the solo as well? Where's the best place for people to find you?
Well, I guess on Instagram. I think that's the only platform that I'm actually on. I'm not too good on social media, so if I don't answer you, don't be offended. I do appreciate a comment, so it's nice to see, but I'm not so active on it. But yeah, I think Instagram. My Instagram account is Danél Louw 1, I think.
That's okay. We can tag it and confirm it.
Yeah, that will be good. Helpful.
You're spending time training and not on Instagram, so
I mean that's true.
Oh no, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and it's been awesome to hear more about your story and everything going on. So yeah, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, thank you for you. It was a great pleasure just like to speak to you guys and get to know you a bit better, and it's cool to be here.
No, thank you so much. Good luck for London.
I appreciate it. I need it.
You definitely don't. I reckon you got that all day long.